Hey everybody, Cindy over paper.old.new. Thanks for stopping by my channel and spending some time with me today. I am doing my 100-day series. If you've been keeping up with me, I am going through Tina's mass makes. She does mass makes one a week for 100 weeks. And then when she gets to the end of the 100, she starts over again and kind of revisits each one. And over the course of 100 weeks, which is almost 2 years, you stockpile the stuff, but over the course of time you use it. So when you revisit, you go back and you refill your stash. So it's a really cool idea, and I've been wanting to try it. But I've also seen this 100-day challenge thing, and I thought, well, 100 weeks, I'll turn it into 100 days, and we'll do 100 days of Tina's mass makes. So I am on day 6, 106, 206, like that. And we are making some really simple pockets. Tina suggested that you use thinner paper for this. If you're going to use card, thinner card. And so I grabbed some stuff and I figured we would jump right in. The first thing we're going to do this as an example on, this is a really simple pocket. It's one of those ones with folds for reinforcement. So you're going to fold your top. This one would go this way. So you're going to fold your top. You're going to fold a little bit. The way I did it when I made mine was I folded a little bit at the bottom just to reinforce this edge. And then I folded up the pocket. Okay, and obviously you can make the pocket as deep as you want and the back as shallow as you want, right? This is obviously a tiny little pocket, and actually that probably makes 2 pockets. So if I cut here and then I cut here, I can get 2 pockets, a little one and a big one, or a little one and a big old one. So basically all you have to do for the paper ones, you can see I've got a stack of stuff here that we're going to try and make these with. And I'll probably do all the folding, and then we'll do all the gluing, and then we'll see. We'll see how it goes. For these, since it's just music sheet, I'm going to use my glue stick to do the reinforcement part. So we're just going to close this over like that. And we're going to do like that. And then you would glue the sides. And because you're using paper, the folds make the pocket, they reinforce the edge of the pocket, right? I know, I'm always saying that. I keep catching myself saying that, right? I think that it got off kilter when I cut it. So I'm a little off kilter there, and I'm a little off kilter here. Oops. Whatever. Okay, now for my money, this is a pocket, right? I would glue this down as a pocket. So this is to me, this is a double pocket. Okay, and then we're going to do this one. Okay. So always ask, I'll ask again, is anybody doing the mass makes? Are you joining in with me for the 100-day mass makes? I am filming these really far ahead. So when I'm filming this one, I haven't even started putting them up yet. That's how far ahead I am. So this is number 6, and I haven't even put one up yet. I want to get myself plenty of time because we're going into the holidays and my filming schedule is about to get really unpredictable. Plus, I'm working on journals to put in my shop, and I'm trying to get kits done and, all of that stuff that goes along with all the things. And I just feel like my schedule is going to be unpredictable. So if I start this 100-day project, I want to be able to have enough space that if I don't get a day to film, there's still plenty of videos. Okay, so there's a double one. So that's 2. Now, they don't all have to be that small. One of the things that, I'm going to pull some of this. I've been looking at scraps and all that sort of thing. A lot of my scraps didn't really lend themselves to this project, but the other thing I wanted to make a note of is if you're doing this with something that's single-sided, obviously this is the side that you would do the folding in, right? So I'm going to see if we can't make a tall one. Let's make a tall one. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. So I'm going to fold that over and reinforce. This is drawer liner paper. Remember we did those ones where, or I did those ones where we, what do you call it? I folded them in half and then they had enough room to have tucks on them. Yeah, this is that paper. So it's really long. And then it's got to have a fold over, but it doesn't have to have a big fold over. So let's cut some of this off. We're folding it up here. I suppose you're not going to see it. It doesn't have to be real straight. Which is good, because I'm pretty sure it's not going to be. Alright, so we'll do that. And we do want a bit of a lip sticking up, so we'll do like that. I suppose I could have left more on there and made it even tall. When I said taller, I was talking about this part, but I suppose we could have made this taller too. Okay, and like that. Ooh. My older son's home. He had to work today. And he just got off work. So he's home. That's why my dog is barking. Everybody else was off today. Okay. And then that one is like that. And we're just going to glue, which also may mean, since my craft area is still down right outside my boys' little apartment or where they stay in my house, and so if he comes down here and needs to change from work or whatever, there might be an interruption. But yeah, he works today. The day I'm filming this is a Friday. My daughter has been doing schoolwork. My other 2 had a furlough day. I don't know if you guys, I know some people are going to know what I'm talking about, but it's where there's not enough work, or for the government, there's not enough money. They haven't balanced the budget or whatever, and they can't pay the employees, so they have a furlough. Well, private companies do it too, especially in manufacturing, and both of my other 2 adult children work in manufacturing, and they're in their slow period. So they, every once in a while, they have a furlough day or a layoff day, they call them. But anyway, okay, so that can go in scraps. Now, the other thing that I thought would be really cool to do this with, of course, is scrapbook paper. And then I have some of my digitals here, which this will be the first time I've made anything out of them, which is kind of exciting for me. And then I've got some wallpaper, which I thought would make a fun variation on this pocket. So we're going to fold, no, how did I decide I was going to do this? I'm going to fold this down. Okay. I'm going to fold this up. Okay. These are going to be my support pieces. So we'll glue stick these down. Because again, this is just scrapbook paper. This isn't a card or anything like that. So we'll just glue stick this down. But yeah, so they were off all day today. And we watched a movie earlier this afternoon. and it was a remake of an old movie. We watched the remake of Roadhouse. I don't know if you guys are... you're action movie fans, you're not action movie fans, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's... Roadhouse was originally made with Patrick Swayze, who, as a lot of people will know, I think, died of cancer a while back. Man, it's been a while now. Makes me feel old. But they remade it this year with Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, so... Oh, I wanted to fold that down. Wait, no. I wanted to fold this down further. What did I do? I think I just messed up my thing. I didn't really. I just have... That just needs to fold down further, and then this folds up. My only problem with this, of course, is the fact, and I might fold this up further, just because I don't want those. I don't want... It's the only problem with this patterned paper. So now I have to fold this down. So let's... I messed that one all up. Let's get another book page. Try this again. I think this glue stick is almost out. I'm starting to see the blue, the plastic blue thing at the bottom. Anyway, so yeah, we watched that this afternoon. It wasn't too bad. I mean, you have to like those kind of movies, I guess. And then my daughter went to the mall. I don't know if she's back yet or not. She may be. And yeah, it's been kind of a quiet afternoon. My youngest daughter, who homeschools, has been working on schoolwork, like I said. But we're coming to the end of the first quarter. And she is... I told her, I said, if you finish your schoolwork early, you can have a break between the end of the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter. So I gave her... I'm trying to... She started high school this year. So one of the things I'm trying to get her to learn is how to manage her time. Understand how long it takes her to do these subjects and manage her time accordingly. Decide what you need to get done in a day to be finished with what you have by the date given. Okay, so I gave her a time. I told her when the quarter ends, and I told her that she needs to be finished up through a certain point in all of her subjects, and I gave her the point she needs to be done with. Next week is the last week of the quarter. And I told her, I said, I'm going to look over your stuff this weekend and see where you are, and then I will decide if I need to step in and assist you a little bit with the management of your time. Okay, so there's another one of these pockets. This one is wide. This one would probably be a side tuck like that. And I don't mind words going sideways. I would not like it upside down, but I don't mind them going sideways. This is 8.5 by 11, I think. Or it was 8.5 by 11 paper. So I think this will fit on a page. Yeah. So this would be a full page. So it would be a pocket and a tuck, which I really like. So, and that's probably what we'll make out of a lot of the digitals. So if I was going to... All right, we're going to make this the little one. Like I said, this is the first time I've taken my digitals and tried to make something out of them. So we'll see how it goes. I did one. This is a pocket with one of them. So that was my practice. And then we're going to fold this down for the top part. And then we fold this up for the pocket. That's a wide one. I made that one really wide. But it goes that way. And you got the little bird in the window. And I like it. Okay. So let's glue. So yeah. Now, when you see this video, it will have probably been several weeks since what I'm telling you happened. But I'm hoping to start putting these up, and we'll find out, I guess. I'm hoping that I have started putting them up. When you see this, I'm hoping that it's, since this is number 6, I'm hoping that I start putting them up before Thanksgiving. Just so you know, right now I'm filming this, it's the end of October. A lot of times what ends up happening, and the reason I say the stuff about I have to see how my filming schedule goes, is a lot of times I end up coming down to my little area here. I don't know why I'm trimming this. Those white edges are coming off. I come down to my craft area here and I film like, I've gotten used to filming ahead, and that was because that is dead. That was because of my internet. I didn't have a choice. I had to film ahead. We have since improved our internet some. It's better. It's not great. So, I have a little more leeway, but I've gotten used to coming down here and filming in batches, and with all the other stuff that I'm doing, like with my daughter in school and all that, sometimes it's better. Plus, if I'm upstairs working on kits, or, you know, organizing files, or working on, you know, other stuff, I can't always get down here. So being able to film in batches is helpful. So when I decided to do this 100-day project, I figured, well, let me cut it first, and then because I'm going to cut it here. Anyway, so I figured if I'm going to do this 100-day project, and I know that I can't film every day, because if I got myself out of bed early, my internet is such that if I got myself out of bed early enough, came down here, recorded a video, assuming my son wasn't asleep, took it upstairs to my computer, did my editing or whatever I needed to do to it, and then started an upload, it would be up to you guys by the evening. So I can get videos up in the same day now, as long as I'm willing to put the effort in to get it recorded, edited, and uploaded all in the same day. However, sometimes my schedule does not allow for me to do that. For example, on Tuesdays, I'm not home in the morning. We have to get up and we go, and that's when she has her co-op for homeschool kids. So like it's a bunch of the local homeschool kids. We all get together and we do little lessons and subjects, and they get social time and fellowship, and they have lunch, and you know, it's like a mini school day. So every Tuesday I'm out of the house in the early morning until the afternoon. So I wouldn't be able to do that on Tuesdays. So stuff like that comes up, and it just isn't always feasible. Okay, pocket. I like it. My kit being what it is, it probably could use some ink, but I like the way these turn out. I'm excited to be using my kit to make stuff. Anyway, so that's my reasoning for doing the batch thing and having not put anything up yet, is because I kind of want to get myself enough of these so that if anything happens and I can't get to it for several days, I have leeway. That's my goal. Okay, let's see what happens if I ink it. Like, we don't know what happens with ink. The other thing, of course, you could do is, oh, it moved. Still looks pretty straight. So if I took my ink, oh, let's glue it first. It's not glued. Oh, don't do that. Oh, that one's almost out too. Can you see the plastic? I'm going through some glue sticks. Might have to order some. I don't like it when I have to order supplies around the holidays. Okay, on this end, we might move one since my glue sticks are running low. I might do, this might be the last one of the kit I do, because this is just printed on lightweight. That's like lightweight paper. So, and this wouldn't be like my final, if I was going to make a journal out of my kit, this is not what I would print it on to make the journal. So, which is why I pulled some of these and said, well, let's give it a shot. That's not good. Oh, it might be because I'm out of... Okay, well... Yeah, I could do. You know me, guys. I could put some masking tape over that. Let's just ink the edge and see how it goes. Doesn't really have to be real dark, but just enough to make it noticeable. There we go. And then if I want to come back and, well, I can't. I have to decide if I want to round it now, but now, of course, your other possibility is turning this on its side, folding it in half, and wrapping it around. We've done that before. These are very similar to a pocket that Rachel did in her Roxy's Weekly Challenge last year. It was one of the first things we did in 2023, I think. Because I did her challenge last year. I have not had time to do that this year. But you could turn it this way and fold it, right? And then you would get 4 pockets. But I like the idea of turning them up like this and making side pockets out of them. Okay, so the next thing we would use would be, I'm going to pitch this because it's dead too. Look at that, we killed 2 glue sticks. I don't know if I have any more. Ah, I have 1 more. That's not true. I have these. Does Scotch even make those anymore? I can't ever find them online anymore. Okay. This one's going to take some trimming. So let's do that. It's also going to take real glue. I'm going to lay that down. We're going to cut the holes off. And then these sections with the holes in them usually go into my scrap box because I use the little pieces in clusters and stuff. I've done a lot of that. So that goes into my little wallpaper scrap box. Please tell me I cut that straight. Pretty close. Okay, the only other thing I need to do is cut this off. So we're going to cut this piece off here, which will also go in my scrap box. These wallpaper books, guys, I still have a drawer full of these things. And the 40s wallpaper, the vinyl stuff, I haven't used a ton of it. It has an odor to it, like old vinyl. It's a tough one. Okay, so we're going to fold this in. I don't mind the idea of reinforcing on these either because, to me, the wallpaper needs it. It's kind of... well, it's fragile because it's old. It also, the back of this just feels like construction paper, and it tears easy. So, like, I can tear it. It's easy to tear. So the idea of reinforcing it like this is good, which was why when I was watching her make these, I was like, oh, I could use this. I could use wallpaper for that. So here we are. Okay, so we'll fold that over. All right. And we'll fold this over. So, anyway, so that's my filming it ahead saga. The videos that you're seeing, that you saw go up that were like mass makes and all that. That was the other thing that I kind of, the other reason I kind of rearranged my filming schedule. A while back, I made that announcement about, I gotta be careful. We're gonna have to let that dry. You know why? The solvent glue, this stuff, it actually has some sort of a reaction through the paper with the wallpaper, and it makes it sticky. So it's actually reacting with this wallpaper, which is why I think that when I glue it, like if I was to glue something on here, I think it would stay. I don't think that I would have any problems with it, even though it's a glossy surface, because whatever's in this to make this Fabri-Tac a solvent glue reacts with the vinyl on this wallpaper. So I'm going to set that one aside and see if giving it some time helps. And we are going to do this one. This one, I think... I wonder if I could just... that would be a really tall pocket, wouldn't it? I don't want to do any refolding. So... that's too tall. This is not as old, but the back of it is kind of like construction paper. Kids' craft paper. You know what I'm talking about, right? I am going to do a refold on that. And then that fold will be on the back. That'll be alright. Let's see if this gets tacky. Then I have a few bigger pieces of wallpaper that if there's enough time, we'll go ahead and do those. Okay, now we'll fold this. This probably doesn't need this big of a fold, but I think I was making a sew-in with tucks on either side. So like you would sew it in that middle seam, and then these would be side tucks. And I would, actually this is more modern wallpaper. I actually think you could write on this and use it for journaling space. I don't necessarily know that it would need backing. I don't know, I've never tried to write on it. But, It is not coming through like it was on that one. Let's see. Do a little bit of a... Oh, I am getting glue everywhere, guys. Yep. Clean up my... I can't believe I did. I seem to be doing it perfectly so that I double up on the pattern. Can you see that? That's the little bucket with this hay in it. And I doubled it up. Because, I don't know. I'm not even paying attention, and I seem to fold it just right so that it doubles up like that. And what's funny is this was a wide fold that I didn't even try for. But, whatever. Okay. Sometimes I think the Fabri-Tac is just as bad as the, what do you call it? The glue gun when it comes to putting out strings. Okay. We'll clean the ends. Now this one's kind of wide. You have borders that you could cut off here. Let's measure this one. Yeah, it's over 6 inches. So if you were going to put this on a regular size journal, it would be too big. You could always put it in a... Now, the middle, if you were to cut the borders, the middle, this section here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a little over 5 inches. The burgundy mark overhangs by, I mean, 1/16 of an inch maybe on either side. So, yeah, so you could make this, but that's a nice pocket, and it feels different because it's like got a vinyl feel to it. So that's kind of cool. All right, now I have some bigger pieces here. Let's move my kit pages out of the way because I'm out of glue stick and I don't want to do those. And I don't need that anymore. And I don't need that anymore. And I'll pull those up and down as I need them. Okay, so basically what we have to do is cut the whole... Well, actually, we don't. Since we're folding over for reinforcement, I don't have to cut that hole off. Fold this like this. And we'll glue. This is going to be a really big one. I don't know how tall this piece is. This piece is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 9 inches tall, so this is going to be book page tall. Now, one thing you could do that I think would be kind of neat is you could sew it into a signature center. Like, don't fold it up, don't glue it, sew it into a signature center, and then glue it together. And then it would be like a little flippy pocket in the middle. I might try that on something. Okay, we're going to put this one over. Now, this is also different wallpaper than that. This is this. I have some that's the same, and then I have some that's different. So I don't know if this is going to get tacky on the outside. Okay, and then we'll do this side. The other thing that's really cool about these is if I wanted to, I mean, it's 9 inches. So I could either cut it in half and make 2 4.5-inch pockets. And all you would have to do is, when you cut it in half, you would just have to glue those sides down where you cut it. Or you could make a 5 and a 4-inch, or, you know, however you want to do it. You could make this, since it's 9 inches. It's also semi-non-directional. I mean, I feel like this can go however you want to put it. It's curling at the end, right at the edge there. That's some fuzz from some felt I had out here earlier. And it doesn't seem to want to leave. Okay. I'm going to trim this because I think it'll be easier to do it before I glue it. Why is that not sticking? All right, guys. It's like it needs coaxing to stay flat. It's gapping. When I look at the ends to see if there's glue or anything, it's gapping. It's like the glue's coming apart. Okay, now one of these still need trimming. Right here. Like that. All right. Now, what I was saying about this being non-directional, can you see it's kind of like pine needles and leaf things going all which way? Ooh. It's also cut really, really poorly. So my point was, this can either be, I'm wondering if I should fold it up this way. Let's do it this way. That way I can make it shorter, taller, whatever. Okay. I'm going to line this up on a line and then see if this lines up. It does. So it's the sides that are off kilter. So I guess I'll glue them and then trim them. Okay. So what I was saying before, though, I keep stopping, I know, I'm sorry, is because this is kind of not really directional, you could, like I was saying before, you could cut this in half and make 2 pockets out of it, since it's 9 inches tall. And they could go this way, because there's no directionality to that. Okay? Which is the other reason I think it's really cool to like make this and then don't decorate it. Because if you decorate it, you're stuck. Because more than likely your decorations will be directional. I'm not doing that. Okay, what we're going to end up having to do is put this like this. And we're going to do the ruler and the straight edge thing. Otherwise, I'll muck that up bad. I was commenting when I first bought these wallpaper books and I hauled them, I commented about how the pages were all crooked and nothing seemed to be straight or lined up right, or whatever. So I'm not shocked. Let's just say that. Okay. All right, so there's that one. That one took me a few minutes because it was being stubborn. Okay, how do we want to do this one? Well, first of all, these pages are 10 inches wide. So this one needs to be trimmed just for the sake of fitting in a book. So we're going to trim, and basically it trims the holes off. If my husband hadn't used his hole saw and gotten me everything that was trapped in the spine, I mean, I would have cut them out and they would have been 9-inch pages. So, okay. So if you fold it down, ooh, this one's cracking. I can feel it. And we're going to fold this one down. Maybe we'll make this one narrower. Okay, this is the stuff that gets sticky when the Bright Traditions book. This is the one that gets sticky when I put glue on it. This was another one that I had to make this out of that you could go ahead and do the same thing I did with this one, where you use the whole piece, and then if you chose to cut it in half and use them in the other direction, they can go up and down the page or across the page. Not directional, obviously. I mean, it depends on whether you want your zigzags going up and down or you want them going this way. But I think I'm going to finish this one and then I'm going to let you go. And I hope you guys are following along with me as I do my first 100-day challenge. I wasn't real sure what to do, but I was thinking about it. I was watching I don't know why it struck me, but it struck me that she does 100 weeks. And then I think I saw somebody doing a 100-day challenge and I was like, oh. I was like, well, what the heck? I've been wanting to do, as I've said, I know I sound like a broken record. I've been wanting to do these mask makes, and this seemed like a good time to try it. Although with the holidays coming up, I probably should have waited till after the holidays to do this. But, you know. Alright, so one last flap. We'll fold this one up. It doesn't seem to be getting tacky on the outside, so I can go ahead and glue it. And we'll check that one, and then we'll be done. Okay. Just fold that over. Flip that over. I don't want to get glue on it. And like I said, you have to be careful. I don't know if you see I scraped some of the... It's a good thing that's going to be inside the pocket. Oh, that's not. Yeah, the solvent definitely reacts. So, see where the leaves started to pull away there? That's where the glue got on the outside of the wallpaper. It takes that stuff right off of there. And that's why that's coming free right there too. So this needs to go because I think it's got glue on it. All right, and then we're going to fold this up. Maybe I'll do it this way. Gotta be careful. It is cracking at the bottom. Got cracking down here. I don't know if you could see it if I open it up or not. No. And again, it's got some edge unevenness on the edges, so we'll end up cutting that. So let's get this glued. Get a clean book page. I kind of like to go this way, squeeze the glue out the end if there's any excess. Mostly because I'm hoping that means it doesn't go into the pocket. Okay. And this would make a good tall. Okay, so line it up right there. And we'll cut off this excess that's on here. I think, yeah. It had glue on it sticking to my mat. Okay. And then I think there's some on this side. Like I said, guys, the trials and tribulations of paper crafting. Okay. I don't know if it's my mat that's sticky or the wallpaper that's sticky. All right, and there's that one. This one I will probably keep tall like this. I like that tall like that with a little bit of the leaves. And then it's got a white here. It's got a good background to decorate. So that one will definitely stay tall. Let's see if this is not sticky anymore. It's not. Okay, let's glue it shut and we are done. So, this was my take on Tina's week 106. Well, week 6. And as always, I will link her playlist in the description box, and you can go check out the whole playlist. I want to say she's up to like week 2. I don't know. She's up to week 2 something, 230 something, 240 something. So, yeah. She's in run number 3. And yeah, give these a try, and I will see you tomorrow with the next day of the mass makes. Bye bye, guys.